When Secretary of State Hillary Clinton travels to the Middle East and to Africa this week, you'll see her meeting with foreign leaders, holding news conferences. But what none of us will really see are the hundreds of security agents behind the scenes who make sure that she is safe. Jeff Glor, though, got a rare firsthand look at the agency responsible for protecting American diplomats and even tried your hand at a little of the training.
Yes, a little bit. We'll show you a little bit of that. Good morning once again to you, Erica. 2,000 agents make up the critically important diplomatic security service, which protects more than 200 embassies and consulates worldwide, places like Yemen, Syria, and Afghanistan. Many of these regions are more volatile than ever.
Welcome. We're so glad you could be here today.
It's made up to look like an Afghan marketplace.
We've had some bombings of late.
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
But this is actually 7,000 miles from Kabul. It's the Diplomatic Security Training Center in Summit Point, West Virginia, as instructors simulate an attack on a U.S. ambassador. Our protection team returns fire.
Hard right. Go.
A safe house nearby provides shelter.
Clear the first floor. Go. Smoke!
Smoke grenades provide cover. Until we can finally drive away.
Cover.
Diplomatic security agents are responsible for protecting Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. They can provide security for congressional delegations overseas and a lot more, guarding a total of 220 embassies and consulates worldwide. And that means they have to be ready for anything, anywhere.
We want to see how they react under extremely stressful conditions. You lose the sight that it's a training exercise, and it really is an outstanding training tool for us to get our agents prepared for the service in Iraq and Afghanistan.
In years past, the U.S. was more likely to close embassies during periods of civil unrest or extreme violence. But diplomacy is changing quite dramatically.
The new paradigm is we don't close embassies. We continue to operate regardless of the circumstances.
Jeff Culver, director of DS, says in his 23 years, the agency has never been busier. Part of that's because so many agents, more than 600 now, are trained for high-threat environments.
By the time they get here, they've generally worked with firearms.
Many of our agents have a police background, military background, and that obviously helps for most of them.
Agents have to be proficient with everything from pistols to submachine guns.
As soon as you squeeze it, let it go. Not bad.
What we have here is our fleet of vehicles that we use to train in.
But possibly the most important skill of all is driving.
Do you think people realize what an enormous part of the job driving is?
Most people don't because they take it for granted. Most people get in the car, put it in drive, just drive away.
DS agents need to be able to get their vehicles and their protectees out of dangerous situations quickly. This is called a J-turn, taking a car that's going in reverse and getting it to drive in the same direction. We got a hands-on lesson.
You're doing this, once you go lock,
Yeah.
the car's going to come around, just take this hand and drop it right there.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Half gas,
Yeah.
full gas. A little faster. 1,000, 2,000. Off gas, steer, gear. Go.
Nice.
They also showed us how to clear a vehicle with the path blocked.
You're going to drive this car.
Okay.
And you're going to ram this car through this car. Go ahead and get in, get buckled up.
What looks like a violent demolition derby is a carefully choreographed move. All of this, the marketplace attacks, the rogue shooters, blocked vehicles, American agents overseas need to handle while keeping their wits and while ultimately keeping their fellow Americans safe.
Diplomatic security agents are a rare breed, I believe. They are people that really want to make a difference, and these are people that want to serve and raise their hand to go to some of the hardest and harshest environments around the world.
We talked about them trying to keep embassies open if they can. The State Department right now is watching the situation in Yemen very closely out of concern for its embassy staff. At this point, the embassy does remain open, Erica.
You were telling me, too, it's not just these agents that receive training, but the diplomats and foreign service workers do as well.
Right, so the agents obviously go through a longer training, but yeah, many times when diplomats are going to be overseas and spend time, they'll spend a shorter time in these high-threat environments so they can see what happens and kind of get the adrenaline up. And then learn how to control it. I think that's one of the things they taught us and they teach the agents and the diplomats is that, listen, you're going to have the adrenaline. You're going to get excited when things like this happens. The key is to regulate it and to try to stay calm and do the right thing. They call it diplomatic security, but one of the guys we talked to says, you know, it means do something.
And
Do something.
do something.
Right, and do something smart.
It's great.
So.
Nice moves behind the wheel.
The old
very
J
nice.
turn.
Very
Rental
nice.
cars will never be the same.
No, they will not. Jeff, thanks.